Back now, it can be tempting to go for a quick fix diet, especially this time of the year with the weather finally warming up and summer holidays on the horizon. But is that really the best option for weight loss?
Well, joining us now with advice on why fad diets should be avoided is nutritionist Heather Leeson. Good morning to you,
Morning, Heather.
Good morning.
It doesn't surprise me that you're telling us fad diets and quick fixes are not good for us, Heather.
I'm not changing my tune, no.
No.
But it's not even that they don't work, which they don't. They can be really, really dangerous. And there's some mad diets out there. So if something is promising, a miracle diet, you don't need to exercise, you're going to be in that bikini in a week. You know, if it's too good, sounds too good to be true, it is too good to be true.
It is too good to be true.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so unrealistic expectations.
Yeah, no real science behind them, and someone standing to make a lot of money, for example, if they're selling meal replacements. So they're the things to watch out for.
So as a general rule, what should we be doing? If someone is thinking about, you know what, I'm going to try and shift a few pounds, where do we start?
Yeah, so the basics are, as I always say, two components: healthy eating, long term. It's what you do every day that matters. So if you're on the cabbage soup diet, apart from the fact that no one is going to want to sit beside you or be downwind from you, you're not going to stick to that for more than a week or two.
Yeah.
It's what we do every day. Healthy eating, the odd splurge, but we're talking about 80-20, and it has to be in combination with exercise as well. So those diets that are very, very low calorie, that promise the quick wins, you're going to be losing muscle and fat. If you lose muscle, actually muscle is what helps us to burn calories. So when you go back to eating normal food, which is what 90% of us do, we are going to put on weight in the long term. You're going to put it back on within a year, actually, typically. So what you want to do is slow and steady wins the race. Healthy weight loss is about £1.5 to £2 a week. Beyond that, you're not going to be able to sustain it.
And that, no matter what the diet is,
Yeah, no
or what
matter
the
what.
approach is, it has to run alongside some form of an increase in exercise, etc.
Exactly.
And would that kind of be a rule of thumb?
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. And sustainable, something that you can keep up for good. There's no way around it. You can Google diet miracle and you'll get thousands and millions of hits, but it just won't work for you.
You've listed some of the interesting diets that are out there, and you know, we can laugh and joke about them, but you know, younger girls in particular read this stuff in magazines and think this will change my life, this will get me into the outfit or whatever. Baby food diet, the cookie diet I hadn't heard of.
Yeah, and that's an American one, actually recommended by
Yeah,
and it sounds great. Chocolate chip cookies, not like that. You get two low calorie, high fiber, pretty disgusting cookies, one for breakfast, one for lunch, then you have a healthy dinner. But it's basically a starvation diet, by sexed up a little bit to, you know, cookies. Great.
It sounds very
is
agreeable.
not.
A cookie diet, great. That's the one I'll go for.
So you're going to be starving, and you're going to end up falling seriously off the wagon because you're so hungry. And remember, you're burning muscle as well as fat, so you're actually shooting yourself in the foot by trying to do any of those radical diets.
Are there diets that do work? I have a cousin who lives in the States and he does an apple day. So he has 6 normal days and then on one day, you're smiling, he has just apples.
Okay, so that's a version of one of the two diets that is really well researched. That's called intermittent fasting. Is one of the diets that is very well researched. So you can do it a couple of ways. Like your cousin does, a version of 5-2. So 5-2 is what most of us know, where 5 days a week you eat a normal healthy diet, 2 days you're under 500 calories a day. And a lot of people find that very easy to follow, actually, because you can do anything for a day or two. You don't have to do the days back to back, and you can actually have a little bit of food. So this is an example of what you would get on your low-calorie days. For example, you could have yogurt with some berries in the morning, a soup, and maybe go mad and have a rice cake with it at lunchtime, and something like a vegetable-based salad with a piece of fish for dinner. So there's more recipes and meal plans on our website. You can try that works. The other way to do intermittent fasting, a little bit of a different version to your cousin in the States, is overnight fasting, where you'd fast for 12 to 16 hours, which sounds a lot, but if you're spending 8 of those asleep, it's not that bad. So you might have your dinner at 7 at night, you wouldn't eat again till 9 or 11 the next day.
Because most nutritionists will tell you that eating past a certain hour, it's not good for your health anyway in terms of digestion.
Exactly, and if you think about bad habits, often it's
the evening.
After your dinner, in the evening, where things go pear-shaped.
But just got the kids to bed.
It's kind of like a reward, isn't it? You know, I'm trying to justify it here now, but...
No, but you're trying to get away from rewards with food. That's very, very slippery. So, but I will say about the intermittent fasting, it's not for everybody. So if you've got diabetes, if you're pregnant, if you've got hormone problems or very stressed, it's putting your body under a little bit more stress. Not suitable there. For other people, you can give it a go, but you have to be prepared to spend your life on some version of it. So you might move from 5-2 to 6-1, but you have to do something.
Did say it's
all
long
of the
term.
time.
It's a lifestyle change. What about the like superfoods? Because we hear every couple of months something will come out. I came across one recently because we were designing recipes for the food truck, and we came across this healthy recipe. Well, because we want to give a healthy option, and we were doing a version of a granola and yogurt pot with organic honey.
Lovely.
And we came across this, and I kept seeing it everywhere, the acai berry. And I thought, I was reading about this. That's this year's goji berry.
Yeah.
And like, how much do you read into it? You know what I mean?
Look, any fruit or vegetable can be a superfood. I suppose it's eating them in combination that's important. So the other diet beyond intermittent fasting that there's a lot of research behind is the Mediterranean diet.
Yeah.
And that's not the pizza and ice cream diet. That's what traditionally would have been eaten in Italy and Spain. Very much plant-based. This is what I have here. So loads of fruit and vegetables.
And fish.
Some pulses. Yeah. And
so what's in your salads here?
So cucumber, pepper, tomato, olives, loads of different brightly coloured vegetables. That's giving you the superpowers. That's the antioxidants that keep us not only slim, but also good for our heart, good for our skin, keep us living longer.
Good for the engine.
Yeah, good for the engine. Lentils and chickpeas and those type of pulses, of course. Oil. Healthy oil is an important part of the Mediterranean diet. You know, like Jamie Oliver pouring olive oil on foods, but also your avocados, your healthy monounsaturated fats, walnuts, sesame seeds, and oily fish, like you mentioned.
But even in terms of oil, Heather, should we? Because some people then would tell you, go switch to a rapeseed oil because it's better for you.
So rapeseed has some benefits as well. A variety of oil is good, but the research is behind olive oil, really, and as part of a balanced diet and a small amount of it. So you can't, be drinking it day in, day out. Exactly, it's still got a higher calorie burden, but those healthy fats are really important for our heart.
Can I ask you about the avocado, Heather? Because I'm a big fan, but a friend of mine recently said they're not good if you're trying to lose weight. Like, they're good for you, but they're full of calories.
So it's getting away from calories because all calories are not created equal. Fats keep us full as well. So eating 2 avocados every day would probably be too much. Eating half or one small one is absolutely fine, in balance with lots of other fruit and vegetables. And the other thing about the Mediterranean diet in relation to avocado, it is quite low in saturated fat. So the red meat would be eaten maybe once a week. Things like carbs, we think of Italian food as big plate of pasta, but actually traditionally that's not the case at all. It's a small portion of carbohydrates, very little sugar, mainly plant-based diet, and then you can eat the healthy fats because you're not getting calories from other areas.
Yeah, it's about the right portions as well.
And that Mediterranean diet as well, it's a huge vegetarian-based diet, because you can have your pasta, a small portion of pasta, but it will be served just with a sauce, with no big lump of meat or chicken through it.
And you're eating like pulses for maybe your protein, or maybe a little bit of feta cheese, something else like that.
Now I'm even more hungry than I was.
Starving.
This is not working. I'm starving.
Thank you, Heather.
Thank you.
Now, after the break, we'll be heading back to Athlone, where Laura is standing by with Irish country superstar Mike Denver. Stay with us.
I'm going to build that salad.